Welcome back to another episode of the Streamer Sizzle. Once again, I feel like every single one of these that I've done so far has had something to do with the robbery, and this one is no different. Just this past week, there's been 2 instances of robberies, and this one is probably the most dangerous one and most life-threatening. This definitely could have resulted in someone literally being killed. So this is crazy. Today we're going to be looking at the case of Amouranth. So she's a pretty popular streamer and content creator. I feel like I've heard her name before. I've seen her around for a while in the Twitch scene. And basically she made this really ominous X post just saying, "I'm being robbed at gunpoint. This is not a prank. Help. They pistol whipped me, but I got one. I'm bleeding a lot, but stable. Going to hospital." So right off the bat, there was just some live update of her being robbed at gunpoint. Personally, my first instance wouldn't be to go to X and make post about it, but she was able to do it. My guess is this was shortly after it happened, but of course the way she put it was that it was literally happening to her in that moment. I'm not quite sure what the time frame on that was, but still it just was a little odd that it was happening right now at that moment. But regardless, she ended up actually putting footage out of what happened, and it's pretty crazy. You can literally see sort of this driveway camera, and she just runs from these multiple guys running after her, and they go inside the building, and then right shortly after you hear gunshots, and one of them say, I got shot, and they flee the scene. So she defended herself with the gun that she had, and she said that they beat her before the video, and they pistol whipped her, and they pummeled her, I believe, and then she said she protected her head with her arms. You could see the X post where she breaks it down, but this is absolutely crazy. This is absolutely crazy, and you could see she also says a trail of his blood all the way along the driveway. Forensic testing. She put a picture of the door with the gunshot. Just absolute anarchy. I can't even believe that this was a situation that occurred, and I could only imagine how close to death she could have been, because this is, again, they had, all of them apparently had guns on them, and you never know how these situations are going to turn out. This is definitely one of the most dangerous situations that I've seen in terms of a Twitch, and this didn't really happen on stream, but she released the footage, and it's quite crazy. So thankfully she was well equipped with a weapon of her own that she was able to fight back, and self-defense is extremely important. It's definitely important to be prepared, at least have a fight or flight mode of what you're going to do in those instances, because you really never know what's going to happen, and stuff like this occur way too often depending on where you're at, and especially in cases like this where there's several people involved. I mean, someone could have definitely been killed in this instant. So it's good that she was protected, and yeah, this could have ended poorly. With all this in mind though, there's a lot of people calling this very shady, very skeptical that this actually happened, saying that the whole scenario of these 3 guys just going in and immediately getting shot at and then running out and scattering away like cartoon characters. That's what some people are saying. I'm not saying that because I don't know. I'm not going to make any bold claims. I have no idea. I'm giving her the benefit of the doubt in this situation until there's more information, but obviously, you know, I'm not taking one side or the other, but I'm just going to assume that it happened. But just to note, some people were definitely not sold by this whole scenario, and there are a couple little shady things that I noticed as well, but again, I'm not just going to assume that this didn't happen, but we'll have to see more details in some kind of police report or something like that. Absolutely crazy clip added to the other clips that have just been crazy this past week. I just covered one where 3 female streamers were doing a subathon, and they actually ended up getting attacked by a stalker on a pier. So if you want to check that out, hit the video right now showing on the screen. But yeah, this was a short little recap of what happened here to Amouranth. But yeah, crazy stuff. If you want to see more like this, please be sure to hit that subscribe button.